Hey, what's going on, family? Welcome back to another edition of Melanie Economic News. Let's go ahead and get it started. All right, this is from YahooFinance.com. Looking out across the board, the futures. You see all of them: S&P, Dow, Nasdaq, Russells. They're all going up and up and up. All right, that's a telling sign when you got all the futures markets that are going up and up and up. It may hit a little dip at the open of the market, but keep paying attention about what's going on in these future markets. All right, let's get over here. All right, let's get into some other ones. You see that FTSE 100 is up, the Nikkei 225 as well as up. Bitcoin is slightly below 50,000. All right, it's got a big jump ahead, but look, it's going down now. We'll see why when the market opens up. All right, look at that CMC Crypto 200 is running down as well too. All right, just a little bit, right as well. All right, so look at that 10-year bond. Pay attention to that one at 1.222550. The VIX is down. All right, look at that. Some currencies, GBP to the US dollar is down, and the US dollar to the Japanese yen is running up a little bit in pennies. All right, so that was a good look at some of the markets. Let's get a hold to the precious metals market here. All right, this is from Kitco.com. Oh, let's backtrack a little bit. That's look at the futures markets a little bit. That was from YahooFinance.com. All right, so we look at the precious metals market. You see that New York spot price opens up in about 4 hours, just a little bit over 4 hours, where we look into that world spot price. All right, they're going on the market right now. Look at that price of gold after dropping all the way down to just a little bit 1,700 and some change, is up back over 1,800, scratching over 1,800. All right, look at the silver. Silver is down as well. All right, platinum is down by the single dollar US dollar terms. Palladium is up, and rhodium is down big. All right, from the high of about a couple months ago to about almost $30,000 an ounce. All right, the gold ratios. All right, the gold ratios is out of whack. All right, as well too. All right, so be mindful of precious metal market as they're being beat down, and they're slowly trying to scratch and claw their way back up. All right, as well too. That was from Kitco.com. All right, as well. All right, get that at Kitco.com. All right, let's get into some actual news here, and bam, we hit you with a big one here. Everything is talking about Russia, 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 bad Russia, bad Russia, bad Russia. But look at it here now again. The central bank of Russia begins to buy gold again. It's the first time since 2020, June 2020. All right, and they've added 3.1 tons of gold to their stash. All right. Data published by the Central Bank of Russia shows that gold reserves increased by 3.1 trillion. All right, that's 3.1 trillions. All right, I'm sorry, tons. I'm sorry, 3.1 tons of silver. All right, so pardon me on that one. People gonna bash me on that one, but 3.1 tons of silver. All right, in July, raising to 2,295.4 tons. All right, of precious metals. All right, the first gold increase since June of 2000. All right, that's what they're reporting. They probably been done it behind closed doors, and they just now announced, okay, we gotta tell these people something. All right, so they wouldn't put a publish something as well. All right, so you got Russia Central Bank is buying gold. The Chinese are buying gold. Everybody and mama is buying gold. That is a great way to preserve your national wealth, not just personal, but when all this fails, most central banks are being ordered by the governments to buy central gold. All right, it's having to be that Russia is the one of the only few countries that doesn't have a Rothschild central bank. All right, they kicked out the Rothschilds. All right, and that's why they're being blamed for everything on the economic standpoint. All right, as well. So go ahead and get that article. That was from goldseek.com. All right, this article is from goldseek.com. All right, our next story here, we'll go to zerohedge.com, and this is one that I'm watching. Stocks soar higher, dozens of systematic risk indicators flash red. All right, as you can see, the market is going up and up and up and up and up. It doesn't seem to want to come back down to what's going on, and people are jumping in on it, saying the market can shoot to the roof. Some people are calling for 50,000 Dow Jones Industrial. All right, Nasdaq, S&P, Russells. They talking all about the sky's the limit, and you have red flags pointing everywhere. Inflation is running rampant out in the streets. The dollar's not worth much more. You try to buy a car, a truck, even used, you're paying out the roof for things now. Housing is everywhere. The red flags are everywhere, and the stock market just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. So you have many red flashes going on everywhere, but the market just keeps going in and up. All right, that's what this article kind of covers. So be wary about what's going on in the markets, at what's going versus everything what's going on in your everyday life. What are you having to pay for a gallon of milk versus a carton of eggs or 12 carton of eggs? All right. So go ahead and get this article from zerohedge.com. All right. This is zerohedge.com. All right. And then we have one of our stories here. We have Bitcoin topping 50,000. This is an old story. Sorry about that. This is not an old story. I'm sorry about that. But you got Bitcoin topping 50,000 once again. All right. We can switch back over here to one story, yahoofinance.com. All right, and as you can see, look at Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin is just under 59,000. If you want to go ahead and round up, all right. So be mindful of that one, all right. As the article states here, Bitcoin is top 50,000. Be mindful where Bitcoin went down to. Bitcoin was always down to 20 something. It was down in the 20s. All right, now it's roaring back up to 50,000. All right, that's red flags about market everything. You don't lose 50% value, and then all of a sudden you regain that 50% value in just a short amount of time span. All right, I'm not bashing anybody who's in Bitcoin. I'm not bashing anybody who's in cryptocurrency. But when you have that much of a 50% drop and then you regain that back up in a short amount of time, that's something that in my opinion, it worries me. And I don't give financial advice. That I just stated this what worries me. All right, you are free to do whatever you want. All we saying in this channel, just be mindful and be watchful about what's going on as well. All right, but you got Bitcoin hitting 50,000. Other cryptocurrencies are going good to go. They're reaching for the skies too. All right, Bitcoin hit an all-time high of 64,000 in April. All right, and in July it dropped below 30,000. Okay. And meanwhile, the digital coins were also even higher. Ether was trading about 2% higher at 3,330 on as of Monday morning. All right, all right. So just be mindful what you're looking at here on the economic standpoint here. So be mindful. All right, and then we have one of our other stories here. This is very interesting. All right, this is from 100trillions.com. 100trillions.com. People make fun of the Zimbabwe dollar. They make fun of the Zimbabwe currency, how much they're having to print these notes. But then I want you to take a look at something uh, about what's going on. Something's up. Something's very suspicious going on here. Get the Zimbabwe $100 trillion note. All right, the Zimbabwe $100 trillion note. Look how much it's actually worth in U.S. dollar terms. 6,009, almost just rounded up to $7,000 for this note. So if you have one, this is only one left. All right, let's refresh the screen. Still the same thing, only one of these left. Okay, 100 trillion Zimbabwe dollar note, almost worth $7,000 U.S. All right, then look at the 100 trillion dollar note series. All right. This is a new $100 trillion note, all right. The new one is sitting that's worth 300 for just around $350 as well too. All right, just keep going down the list. $50 trillion Zimbabwe note is no 100 is almost worth $180. All right, something's going on with these notes here. As people make fun of Zimbabwe. They make fun of what their Zimbabwe notes, these currencies that say, oh, this is a janky currency. They're a low level country, third, and fourth world country. How can their currency will never get to the U.S.? But you got one of their paper fiat currency notes is now worth this much around here. All right. So you're paying $179 or just around $180 for this piece of paper. All right. So go ahead and look at this one. Something's up with the very thought note that this note that you can used to be able to buy for pennies on the dollar, but now all of a sudden it's now worth 7,000 US dollars. All right, so go take a look at that one. That was from 100trillions.com. All right, and then for our final story here, we're gonna take a look at this US debt more and more. We see the US national debt here. Let me screen right there. Okay, good to go. U.S. national debt is at 28,000, closing in on $30 trillion that we owe. All right, $30 trillion. All right, But this is what they put out to the people here. I'm more focused. This is what we're focused on here. All right, the total U.S. national assets. All right, it's 176 trillion versus, move the camera over here a little bit, versus all the U.S. unfunded liabilities. All right, this used to be 1 for 1, or this used to be one. Used to be like 101% of the total U.S. debt, and we were operating in total debt. Sorry about that. We were operating in total debt in this here. Now all of a sudden, look at this total U.S. national assets versus U.S. unfunded liabilities. You're seeing a big jump, a big dip below that. So as far as totally what we have in assets, we're now when the operating in the black. You have operating in the red, which is below. You have operating in the black, which is pretty much the positive. All right. And now we're operating in the positive as far as total national assets versus all unfunded liabilities that we owe. All right. So something's going on. We continue to monitor this and pay attention to this. But that's it for today. I want to thank you for joining us in another edition of Melanated Economic News. We want to say be safe, be sound. Remember, you're your own best financier. You're your own best credit union. You're your own best banker. All right. Only you can control your finances. Okay. Remember, everything starts local. Get together with your neighbors. Get your neighbors together for the community. Reach out to other communities. All right. Once again, thank you for joining us. Another edition of Melanated Economic News. Be safe, be sound. As we always say, let's get it started.